Dwayne, and with me is.
I'm Dan.
Well, I forgot. Was I gonna
We
not do
we got to
that?
work on that intro a bit more.
All right.
I
Welcome back to the stream. I'm Dwayne.
and I'm Dan.
All right.
I think last time you said that you were Dan. That just
There
threw
could
me on.
be.
Anyway,
That sounds right.
sorry. Yeah.
Um, so we've been working on this Angular app that is a shared calendar app. Uh, let's see. So we've got some good progress. So you can log in with a fake authentication. If you got a calendar here, you can navigate. You can create events and then you can edit events. Um, and so just before the stream, we were talking about what we want to work on next. And I think we decided that the next thing we want to tackle is actual authentication.
Yep.
So there's a lot of different providers out there. Um, and what we're going to try is Firebase. I've used Firebase in the past, but not for authentication. I used it before it was bought by Google, when it was more of like a real-time uh, like backend server push kind of infrastructure, um, where you could have your database hosted by Firebase, and then you could push real-time data changes and stuff,
Was
just
it
like
like a Mongo data store?
yeah, yep.
Huh. That's cool.
Actually, I don't know if it was actually Mongo, but it was NoSQL of some
Like key
kind.
value. Okay.
Yeah. Um, and so I've used it in projects before, and it was pretty cool. So I haven't seen it in a long time though. So it'll be interesting to try it out. It
Yeah.
looks like now there's a lot of different projects within Firebase. Um,
It looks like
or
there's a
products.
ton of stuff you can do with it.
Yeah, so it looks like we could use just authentication if we want to, which I think is what we're going to start with. And then there's all this other stuff. So
Yeah.
we've got the documentation up. We glanced through it really quickly, but we haven't really, tried anything out. So this will be a
Yeah.
learning experience.
Yeah. Well, isn't it always a learning experience with
Yeah,
us?
true.
So.
Okay, so
So I think the first thing is, step one, right?
Yep. All
Create a
right,
Firebase
so
project.
so I have to sign into Firebase using my Google account. I don't know if I'm signed in. I've got this. I guess I probably am, right?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So create a Firebase project. Uh, it'd
I
be
think
nice if they had. Oh,
there's,
okay. Here it is.
yeah.
All right. In the Firebase console.
I would have opened a new tab that
Yeah, I would
you
have
can
as
go
well.
back.
I assumed
Okay.
it would do that because there was a little in a new tab link. I assumed,
Oh,
but
I always use the middle, the mouse wheel to
yeah.
click.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a project. Calendar app. I accept the terms, which I have not
Yep.
read.
Nah.
Google
The old
Analytics,
Google.
yeah, sure.
All right.
I accept
So,
everything.
question. Since this is on the live stream, is there anything that we should not be broadcasting?
Probably, if we've got like some tokens or anything.
Yeah.
So if that happens,
Nice.
I will try to quickly get them off of the screen, I guess. I don't know.
But then
Someone could just take a
the smart
screenshot.
hacker would pause it.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
All right, we got our calendar app. Nice. Okay.
Oh, that was easy.
Register your app with
It looks
Firebase.
it looks really different than the last time I saw it.
Yeah, it's super different. They've
Very
they've definitely
colorful.
put a lot of work into making it pretty.
Yeah. All right. So now we have to register the app with Firebase.
So in the center of the Firebase console's project overview page, click the web icon to launch the setup window. This thing.
Okay. Yep.
All right. If I've already added an app to Firebase, click Add App. I haven't.
So, okay. So I guess
app nickname,
calendar app.
calendar app.
So is this going to be like the client side, or is it going to be the server side? Or we don't know yet.
assume this will integrate with our server.
Okay.
Is that true?
All right. Well, yes.
I don't know. I will assume that until I find otherwise, I guess. Copy and paste these
Yeah.
scripts to the bottom of our body tag. Oh, well, I guess it's client then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like. Okay.
All right.
So this isn't anything secret. I mean, people, if they go to our web app anyway, they could view source and see
Yeah.
this. So
Okay, so here's our API key, et cetera, et cetera. That's okay. So I mean,
just
I
throw
guess
that in index.
yeah. Did it say in the body tag? The bottom of
Yeah,
the
at the
body
bottom.
tag. Okay. Well, nobody look at this.
Well, they would look at it anyway. Just view source.
True.
It's not a big deal.
Okay. I think at this time we're not hosting on Firebase.
No.
Okay, so now we want to add Firebase's SDK and initialize Firebase.
Wait. So if we add a Firebase SDK, so didn't we already do that as part of that script we just copied, or
I have
no?
no idea. That the copying of the script was part of registering our app with Firebase. So
Okay.
okay, let's see what's in the payload. API key, auth domain, database URL. So this basically when
Yeah.
a user hits our website, we send a call to Firebase saying basically this website hooks up with our app that we just created.
Right.
And
But
then
okay, so like line 20, that is the actual Firebase app. Like that's how it's going to initialize.
right, that's where this comes from.
Yeah. Right. So then the code that it's telling us to add now, add Firebase SDKs.
I
How
would
is
assume the
that
SDK is something
different?
that we work on.
I think that might be for the actually, okay, so let's look at this. So how you add Firebase SDKs to your app depends on whether you've chosen to use Firebase hosting, which we haven't done,
Okay.
or if you're configuring a Node.js app, which we are doing. So I think
Okay,
we
right.
do need this.
Okay. So this we're doing server side, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, so then we would, I'm assuming that there's going to be like types Firebase as well for TypeScript.
Yeah. Okay. Uh,
Because I mean, the server should be integrated with Firebase as well, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
You
Because if the
think
client, if we use it just for authentication, then the client would handle all of that. Because I mean, the server doesn't handle any of the authentication, I think.
Mhm.
And then the client would send us IDs and whatever else Firebase provides to us.
So are steps 2 and 3 redundant, or do we need the client and server to both register?
I think we really just need the client to register,
So 3
and
is
the
the
server is going to be for other things outside of authentication, so like data storage,
hmm.
which I don't know that we need right now. I mean, we could still register it. That way, it's ready for us. I think that'd be fine.
Okay. I think I'd like to hold off on that because we don't even know if we want to use Firebase for
Yeah.
more than authentication.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so for now, then we're skipping this.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So this is already done, I assume.
Yeah, I don't
Access
care about
Firebase in your app.
for. Okay, so I think the first thing we want to do then is firebase.auth. So when we click login, is that all we call? Is firebase.auth? Because like right now we forward to the login page. Well, I guess we'd still forward to the login route, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Okay.
login route would call Firebase auth, I think.
Okay, so one thing maybe I'd kind of like to do, if possible, is not have this just in our index.html page. It'd be nice if we
You
could
want to
execute this like
throw
in
throw it
the,
into like a component?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But is that possible?
I think we would have to make it as early as we can.
Hmm.
Although, I mean, really, if it's just for authentication, maybe it doesn't matter. Like it could probably even be in the authentication component.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's a question.
Mhm.
Can can we do this in client? I think we can, right?
I don't know that we want to.
Instead of downloading the app.js here, we would just import it into our client,
Oh, I see what you mean.
and then it would just be like a regular import. I feel like that's the
Okay.
ideal way to do this, right?
Okay. Can you scroll down just a little bit? I want to see initialize. Yeah, I think that it would be the same thing then. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think you're right.
okay, so let's try that. Oops, that's not. Okay. Okay, so theoretically, is this client? I think it is. Actually, yeah. Is that what they said here? Yeah.
Now we wait.
Yep. Oh,
At least we're not installing Angular because that takes on my machine it takes forever.
I forgot I minimized a bunch of stuff on accident. Okay, so looks like it added it.
Okay.
Okay,
Do we
so
need the types?
yeah, let's see if that exists.
I think you want to save dev.
Do we? Do we only need
Yeah.
types for? Oh, okay. All right, let's move it. Okay. So I guess it is. It does exist.
24.
Okay. Um. Okay.
So
So
an
let's
app
just put it
component.
in app module.
Okay. Why module?
Don't we need to? I guess there's no module import.
No, because it's not an Angular module.
Okay. So then maybe do we have like services? We do, right? And
We
what are we going
do.
to wrap this thing?
I would. Mm, yeah, I mean, I guess we could do that. I feel like it should be initialized in app
App component.
component.
Did we make a service? We don't have a services module. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, maybe I guess I'm fine with either doing it here or I guess we should initialize it in app component, but I don't know if we should just
Put it in
like
there.
copy paste it in here or have it as a separate service like you suggested.
Yeah.
I kind of like the separate service idea, to be honest.
Okay. So I'm gonna make a new service. Wow. Firebase service. All right. And I'll just like copy this thing. Don't care about this. And don't care about any of this. Okay.
So I think should we in the constructor should we initialize it or should we call init or something? Okay. So here's a question for you too. I've never actually figured this out. So like if we inject the Firebase service in multiple locations, multiple components, is it going to call the constructor multiple times?
No, it's a singleton.
Oh. Okay.
Ugh. Space indentation. So
you have a quick fix.
Yeah, I know, but quick fixes disable the rule.
Oh. There's Control Shift P. And then yeah, there you go.
Okay, but apparently I have a a linting rule that says that it needs to be spaces. Did we? I forget.
I thought we fixed all this.
Yeah. Do we care about? Do we want
No.
spaces or tabs?
I always like tabs because then
I thought so too.
Like it's not only smaller file sizes, which really doesn't matter at this day and age, but like if I, for whatever reason, I prefer 4 tabs and you prefer 2, everything's going to line up the way I want and also the way you want. And I think really there's only one answer here, and it's tabs. So.
Quick fix. Indent. What the hell? It should be in here, right? Space.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I have 2 TS lints, one in client and one in client source. This seems to be nothing though.
Yeah, that's I think that's an Angular thing. I don't know why it creates 2. I never really dug into that.
So if I just say indent, does that do what I? Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to copy that Firebase config from before.
Yeah.
Was that your movie voice?
What movie voice?
Like you know how like in the movies sometimes there's like the narrator who does like the deep voice, like I'm trying to think of a like
in a world where
yes, yeah. That.
Did I just do that?
It sounded like it, but maybe it was my audio.
That was just me talking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we've initialized it, so now we have to call this.
Well, I don't think we call it. We just need to inject it.
Okay. Providers.
So, but if we inject it here, we're not actually using it.
Yeah, I don't know. We could just manually call it.
Okay. Like how? Like what would we call?
We would just execute the init function.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Like so.
Okay.
Okay. So theoretically, we have initialized our Firebase config.
Yep. So should we fire up the app and
see if it does anything?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll see an error in the console or network or something maybe.
Okay. So refresh. Oh, is my server up? Nope.
That would be important.
Yep.
Silence.
Yeah. Takes a long time.
Yeah, it does. So what did you use Firebase for back in the day?
We used it for a few projects. I think we used it for a Chrome extension. I forget exactly what it did. It did something with like copying and
Yeah, it was like Copycat or something, right?
no, it was the one after that. It was Easy
Oh,
Docs. But I forget
okay.
exactly what it did. And then we also used it for that shrimp game, the little JavaScript game that
Yep.
where you were like a shrimp in the ocean or whatever. That was kind of fun.
Yeah. Is that still live?
No, because it's based on a really old version of Firebase from before it got bought, and so I'm pretty
Okay.
sure our project is dead by now. Okay,
That's too bad.
so I just refreshed the page. Theoretically, it should have gotten in there.
Yeah,
Um,
it should have. Do you want to look at the network?
yeah, that's a good idea.
Because we should see. I would expect to see some kind of call
I think this is
being
it. The
made.
WebSocket?
No, that's
No,
for uh,
the like
the
live reload or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. I wonder if maybe it's not going to make the call until we actually
Do
decide to
something?
use it.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it
So
got in here.
okay.
It does. We have a Firebase config.
All right.
Initialize app.
So do you want to call like firebase.auth?
Okay. So let's look at where is this the auth? Yeah. Okay, so let's just copy this.
Okay. But we don't have email or password.
I'll just make one up.
Oh, okay. That
Um,
works too.
so let's make a function in here. Oops.
No,
Oh. Oopsies, wait,
I
that's
think it
init.
was
Okay, it's down here. All right.
yeah.
Okay. So, um, does this have to be valid?
It's a good question. Guess we'll find out. I would just console log it for now.
Yeah. Error. So is this a promise? Probably, right? Yes.
Is there a way to convert a promise into an observable?
Yeah. You can just do.
Oh,
I think you just do. I'll either use of or do like observable from. There's a promise from. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just don't necessarily know how.
okay.
Okay, so we need to call this. Okay. Okay. Good. Um. Oh, Firebase app web blah 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 is .auth is not a function.
Um. Hmm.
Oh, wait. So this is Firebase has like a special namespace for authentication, right? So do we have to do something in order to get the auth functionality?
Uh. That I don't know.
Like, because we imported um, Firebase / app as Firebase.
Oh, I see what you. So do we need like firebase/auth?
I don't know.
It's a very good question. Let's see.
So they're initializing Firebase multiple times, once for each project, I guess.
Well, okay, so there's Firebase config and other project Firebase config. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Huh. Um, all right, I found a website that, oh, that's, never mind. That's not the way we're doing it. Hmm.
Oh, what did we call sign in with email and password?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna need to call. Oh no, we called create user. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this tab, which tab am I on? This one. I wonder if maybe the problem is the way that we
Uh,
imported Firebase.
do you want to look at the node modules folder?
Yeah.
Look under Firebase,
Okay.
and I just want to see what subfolders there are under there.
Okay.
So I'd be willing to bet that there is an auth. Where is it? Oh, that's weird. You're looking under client, right?
Yep.
Hmm. That's weird. I would have expected to see Firebase there.
Yeah.
You want to just try like navigating it to it through the command line?
Sure. It's there.
Okay.
Oh, I probably just have to refresh, I guess.
Maybe, or we missed it.
Okay.
Okay, so there is an auth folder, so I bet we just need to open up that auth
Okay.
uh, or import
So
stars like Firebase auth.
I wonder if there's if I can like import everything all together.
Also, like just import from Firebase.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Um.
I don't know how you would do like. Yeah, I don't know.
There it is. Okay, so there is a Firebase app.js, Firebase auth.js. There's a Firebase JS. So what is this? Oh, geez. Okay, it's minified.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's just do slash Firebase.
Slash Firebase.
Slash just do Firebase import from Firebase, and let's just see if that does anything,
Okay, but
and
then
just leave everything the same.
this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that. I don't know if this would still work, but we can try it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I think it already told. Ah, interesting.
So it looks like it tried to do something. password should be. So it actually worked.
Yeah, it did, but it's also warning us, saying that it's ad advisable only to import the SDK components we actually want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense too for the tree shaking or whatever
Uh-huh.
it's called. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, we can.
Okay, so
So then we'd have to have like import stars Firebase,
and then
and then
import
we'd have
stars
to have like
Firebase
an
auth or something.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So let's call this Firebase app, and let's call this Firebase auth.
Don't forget the /auth.
Oh yes, thank you. Okay, Firebase.
That's weird.
As a value. Why not?
That's weird. Import from Firebase. Oh, do you import auth from Fire? So like if you do import squirrely braces, whatever, auth
Oh, okay.
from Firebase. Get rid of
What's it
the
actually
slash to
called?
auth. Yeah. Okay. And then you can just do auth dot create user.
Like that?
Hmm. I guess
What
not.
is oh,
Or maybe you need to do a auth function call on
what do they
29.
actually do here? Um, oh, so import stars Firebase from Firebase app, and then import Firebase slash.
Oh, okay.
So, okay,
I guess we should read the comments.
yeah. Okay, so we're importing star as Firebase from this thing.
Yep.
Actually, we could just do this, right? Import Firebase app or auth.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that mean Firebase now has auth? Is it like, does it like augment Firebase when we do this?
Well,
That would be
I
handy.
think so. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, password should be at least 6 characters. Holy shit. Okay,
Cool.
fixed. The given sign-in provider is disabled for this Firebase project. Okay, so we gotta go into, shit, I closed it. Console? Yeah, except I want to open a new window. Okay, so our calendar app, authentication, sign-in method. So let's enable email password.
Yep.
Let's enable Google, and then that's probably fine. Those two.
Yeah, I think so. We need the support email.
Okay. Whitelist client IDs, web SDK configuration. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So if we do Google OAuth, does that mean that we need to get some sort of like button?
I think Firebase provides it already.
But like we
So
have to
like
put
a
it in somewhere.
me. Oh yeah, I guess we'd have to have some button to
Oh no,
say
it'd be part of the
login via
pop.
Google.
Or yeah, we have to somehow pop up whatever the authentication thing is.
Right. So I think we would need to have a button in our app.
Yeah.
And then when we click it, it would just call like Firebase auth, whatever the Google sign in
Okay.
is.
So what does this do? Handle sign up, toggle sign in. Okay, so this is assuming, I think, that we create our own form.
So this is just the example program.
Right. So we have to make our own
Okay.
login form, basically. That
Yeah,
I guess I understand that for the email and password, but for like Google OAuth,
that's different.
yeah.
So there's like a, yeah, right there. Okay.
Okay. Sign in with
Sign in
pop-up.
with pop-up.
Okay,
Okay.
so presumably this would actually pop up the thing? No. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
Okay, interesting. So let's just start with the email and password, I guess. Or do we want to just
I would
do
just do
OAuth?
I would just do Google. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes it a little easier.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off email and password.
hmm
Okay, so now we're just doing Google OAuth.
So then when we click login, I think at that point
We
that
would pop
would
up the thing.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll do this. So authenticate now becomes, let's put that there. Actually, we don't need this at all. I don't know what type this is. A Firebase auth
Sounds
Google.
okay. So it's the same
Yeah.
class. All right.
Okay. So we're adding
Yeah.
scopes, context read only.
That's
fine.
optional though.
Oh, is it?
I don't think we care about that.
Okay. So this is the stuff. This is the user info that we're getting back from Google
Yeah.
when they log in.
Yeah, so it'll say like this app is requesting this permission or whatever.
Okay. Right. Okay. Localization. I don't care about yet. Custom parameters. Probably don't care. A login hint. So it'd be like the prompt
Okay.
for. Okay. I don't think we care yet.
No.
Okay. So here is the actual sign in. Provider. This gives you a Google Access token. You can use it to access the Google API. So is this
Okay.
access token? This is for the user.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, this does not get transmitted to the server.
Okay. All right. Let's just call
So
this
if there's like some kind of API that we need on the client side, then we would use that.
Okay. So user is the user's info.
Yep. So then we could take that object and send up whatever information we need. So like email
Yeah. Okay.
and credit card information, all that other stuff. Just kidding about the credit card.
Okay.
Just want to make that clear. Do we have the email? Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do something like that. Actually, I'll just go like this. Oops.
And then I think we'll just log the user out for now.
Sure.
Or log the
Well,
user
they
out.
wouldn't
I
have
mean,
logged
like
in.
I meant we'll console log the user object that's on line 36.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I knew what I meant, but it could mean multiple things, I guess.
Okay. Something like that. Let's
Yeah.
do this. Okay,
See, I don't know
so
that you actually ever need to do JSON stringify. I think you can just do
no,
like pass a second
it'll just
param.
say object. Oh, really?
Yeah.
So so if I do this, you're saying,
Yep.
oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right, we have a token. Um, so do we just like store that in local storage and then that signifies that the user is actually logged in?
I think Firebase handles all of that, maybe. Like, I think there's a way to say Firebase is logged in or
Okay.
authenticated or
So
something.
why do we get the token back?
I think it's in case you need to use it for something else. Like if there's like a Google API you're trying to access outside of Firebase,
Uh-huh.
then you have the access token. But otherwise, I think Firebase is all self-contained.
Huh. Okay.
I
Oh,
could very well be wrong about this because I've never used Firebase except for logging in a long time ago.
okay.
But it just feels right to me.
Okay. All right. So we got a token. It doesn't seem to know what it is. So we'll see
Okay,
what the deal is. I would have thought the
that's
types
weird.
would have figured it out, but
Yeah.
auth credential.
Hmm.
Let's see if we can look at this.
I wonder if the the typing for Firebase is not caught up
Could be.
or it's out of date or something.
I don't think we can look at the unminified code. Yeah. Huh. Well,
Well, and we can just, I guess, print out result dot credential. That works too.
okay. All right. So what happens here?
Oh,
Login.
pop up
Oh.
blocked.
Oh.
Interesting. So, I think it's because you're not executing that function as a result of
A
interaction.
click. That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me move this. Where are we actually calling that from? Here.
I think we want to go to
Queries.
top bar.
Not
Isn't it
this.
top bar? Oh, is
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it isn't.
Log
Wait.
out. Log in.
Oh,
So
so
it's a
we do
router
that.
link right now. Right. So this takes you here. Basically, we're getting rid
Right.
of this. So instead
Exactly.
of it being a router link, now it's just going to be like a function.
Yep.
Cool. Um,
Yeah, because I think if we kept it a router link and in the ng on init
uh-huh.
for that component, if we executed the authenticate function, like that's another idea that I thought of. I suspect that if we did it that way, the browser Chrome it would not register it. It would not see the login attempt as a result of the click.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's my theory, anyway.
I think you are probably right. Okay, so something's broken. Unexpected closing an A tag. Invalid HTML. Oh. Okay. Pew. Hey.
Cool.
Nice. Okay. So user logged in.
Okay.
Um, Wow, there's a lot of interesting stuff on here. We've got a display name. We've got an email. We've got a
Okay.
photo.
Okay. I think all three of those are useful data.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right.
So now do
Our
we, as a result of, okay, so I guess with the authenticate, we need to kind of latch on to the result to know if we logged in. If we did, we need to reroute the user.
right.
If
And not only
they
that, but we need to
canceled,
do some sort of get or create. So when they do the
yes.
Google authentication, if the user exists in our system, then we just log them in, and then we don't need to store anything in the server necessarily.
Yep.
Um, and then if they don't exist, then we create the user with
Yeah.
whatever that payload was. I think it was just like username, and we'd add email and whatever else we need. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So the login route is now gone. So I'm just gonna delete it.
Okay.
Delete. And app module login component is gone. Gone. App routing
Script flow. Yeah.
module login. Okay. Um, we don't use calendar component.
Um,
I guess
I
not.
guess
It's just
not.
part of dashboard. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So login's gone. Now we're logging in. So now, as a part of Firebase service, we've successfully logged in. So now, oh, actually, would top bar be in charge of redirecting the user to the dashboard? Probably, right?
Yes. Yep.
I think I was probably a little too hasty in deleting the login component because I could have just copied that code.
Yeah. That's true.
But it's in my recycle bin.
Don't you
Um,
have source tree? Actually, I think I've got it locally.
okay, well, I just restored it, so
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I almost never use my recycle bin. So it's come in handy. All right, login. Oh, did user service do that?
Yeah.
Post login. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Oh, actually, no. Now I think we just call user service login. It sends down the username, which we'll use the display name,
Okay.
and then this. Ooh, do we want to combine the search and create calls? Do we want to turn that into a get or create on the server? Or do we want to call the search and then if nothing comes back, then call create?
I think combining makes sense
Mhm.
because if the user doesn't exist, we should create it.
Okay.
And I think we should also, if it does exist, we should update it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's look
So
at.
is there sorry, in the response that we got back from Firebase,
Uh-huh.
there was the email, the display name, and the photo, but was there like a unique ID, like a Google ID or something?
Let's see. Okay. UID.
Yeah. So I think we want to also store that
Okay. So we'll keep
because that should never
UID,
change.
display name, photo URL, email.
I
That's
think so.
probably good.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, do we need the refresh token, or is that going to be managed by Firebase, you think?
I think that's going to be managed by
Refreshing a session.
Firebase.
Okay. I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be handy if we don't have to do any of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so user schema. So far we have an ID and a name. So let's add all of these things.
Okay.
Should we just call them whatever they're called by Firebase?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So shouldn't those be semicolons instead of commas?
Yes. I'm surprised it didn't yell at me.
Yeah. Huh. All right, you can get rid of line 6.
Okay.
And the only one that's going to be unique is UID.
Okay. Email? Wait.
Um,
UID, display name, photo URL, email. Okay.
I think, yeah, you're probably right. It should be unique.
I mean,
So
really.
we don't even need UID then.
Why?
Well, because if email is unique, then that's really key.
Hmm. I mean, just because it's unique doesn't mean we have to use it as the identifier.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm thinking, and if it doesn't, we don't have to do anything about this now, but like if we add more mechanisms for authentication,
Uh-huh.
so like Facebook or something,
Yeah.
and let's say my Google account uses both Facebook and, or rather for both Facebook and Google, I use the same email account.
Hmm.
So then I log into our app, then it should look up, it should still be the same calendar, regardless of which
It
way I
might
log in.
be if the UID is generated by Firebase and not Google, then that could still work as our identifier.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can go with that
Okay.
until we discover otherwise.
Um, display name shouldn't be unique because there could be lots of John
Right.
Smiths. Photo
Mhm.
URL is probably going to end up being unique, but I don't know if we really care.
Yeah, I don't think we care.
Email,
Email should be unique.
yeah. Okay. Um, okay. All right, so now we got a new user. So now this is just going to be get or create, and then we don't need a search anymore, right?
I feel like we should still have a search.
Okay, just in case we feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, in that case, then I'm going to leave get, and I'll just make a get or create.
I mean, honestly, I was actually thinking that uh, the client would just do all that. So we leave the server with get,
Oh,
search, and
oh,
create.
that's what I asked you.
Oh, sorry, I totally misunderstood.
Okay. Um, yeah. On one hand, it would be handy to have it all bundled in one,
Hmm.
um, so that the client doesn't have to make two calls.
Right.
But on the other
Uh,
hand, the routing or the the rest. I don't think get or create is like a standard REST thing.
no, it's not.
Um,
It's like if you post, it's always, or wait, is it
post
post or
is a
put?
create.
Okay.
Well, it depends. Because oh, we have a chat. Somebody's in chat. I just noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said, why is this under coding? I hope there isn't going to be much more HTML. Well,
Oh,
I mean, yeah, it's a website, so there's going to be HTML, but that's not the main thing we're doing, I guess. Um, I don't know. So, okay, well, you know what? For now, let's just handle it on client side, I guess. We'll do a get. If there's no result, then we just do a create.
okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm just trying to see username. Okay, so the search now is searching. This was used by sign up and login. We're searching by username, but now we have an actual ID or a UID or whatever.
Right.
So we'll just call it UID. Okay. Create user.
Oh, 24. You need to change name to UID.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. Okay. So now we're creating the user. There's nothing here.
Yeah. So it just takes the user as an input, right?
Yep. So that means on client we have to make sure we like format it properly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So login user now takes a UID. Okay.
The
So
create
actually,
needs to take the whole user, right?
yes. Create. Right. Okay. So it's going to
So
be UID. Oh, here we go. User. Actually, let's update this interface.
yeah,
There's a UID display name, email, and
photo
photo
URL.
URL.
Yeah, and we probably want to mark line 8 as optional.
Okay. All right, so this takes a user. And for now, I think I'm gonna specify the fields,
Okay.
right?
Are you planning on passing the
The whole,
Firebase?
yeah.
Okay.
Um, uh,
Photo URL and email.
okay. So, all right. So login is gonna call search for the UID. If we get anything, then we post login.
Mm-hmm.
So if user,
I think login user should be passed in the entire user.
yeah. Um,
Oh, okay. So hang on. So search. So if it doesn't find anything, it's gonna.
oh, this has to be,
I don't know that that's gonna work
why?
because doesn't search return a 404 if there's nothing, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I'd think it returned an empty set. Let's see. Search.
28. So maybe we should send.
Return an empty result.
But this is really just finding a single user. So like it makes sense to send back a 404. If it's searching
I
and
think
returning an
you know what, we
array.
should be calling get because we know the UID. Oh, but get takes an ID. We could make it take a UID.
Right.
Are we calling this from anywhere? Like get? I don't think we are.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think we were like a long time ago.
okay, so let's just make this take a UID,
Okay, that's fine.
and then we won't call search.
Okay.
Whatever. Okay, so it just returns whatever.
Yep.
So now, should we do the whole user and then only use do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's fine.
Okay, so now we're calling login user calls get with the user. We're gonna do a merge map. So post login. Okay.
So if we have a user on the server, post login is going to
It.
cache it, route that. Okay.
Mhm.
We probably don't need to do line 57.
Yeah, because Firebase will take care of it from now on, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then 64 and log out.
Yeah.
I think we can kill all those. And cached user, do we even need that?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I th- I think we probably do because there's going to be other things that we're storing on the user probably that Firebase doesn't care about or that didn't come from Firebase. Like if users have
Okay.
friends or like whatever, you know.
Okay. Yep. I agree with you.
Okay.
So then we really have two different user objects
Yeah. Well,
because we have a Firebase user and a calendar user
right. I
or an
think the
app
one that we
user.
care about 99% of the time is the calendar user. The Firebase
Yeah.
user is like, are you authenticated or not?
Right.
So, and
So can we? Yeah, I think we could rename some of these things and kind of clean this up a bit, but
yeah.
we are running short on time.
Okay. All
So
right. Let me just take out this,
okay.
and then we'll
I think we
finish up this
will.
login.
I think you are right though. We should leave the local storage in.
Oh, really?
I think so. Oh, unless we always, whenever we open the app, we reach out to the server.
Yeah. Uh, no, I think what we want to do is reach out to Firebase to see if we're logged in, and then we call login.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think Firebase will tell us this user's logged in. Here's their user credentials or whatever, and then we take that and we log them in, quote unquote, with the server.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so I think
Okay.
that's good. What's the problem here? Sign up takes. Oh,
I think you just pass in
it's just
user,
user.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so so when we call login, we call get on the user to see if they're actually logged in. If they are, we do the post login stuff and we just return the user, even though it's not really used.
I
Otherwise,
think 41 should be user result,
oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah.
else should be user result.
Yep. Okay. And then this is still user.
Yes. Yes,
Right.
you're right. You're right.
Okay. All right. So login we can now officially delete for realsies. And top
Okay.
bar is now going to call, we can get rid of this. No, we want this. Username.
So that's just display name. So on 18.
Yeah.
So then on 36, we need to chain onto the authenticate somehow.
Do we?
Or not chain, but we need, because I mean, how we need to be
Oh,
notified
that's what
when the user authenticates.
this is on login.
Yeah, but okay, so how's that triggered?
It's triggered in post login.
Okay. And how's post login triggered?
It's triggered. We have to call login user.
Okay. Where?
Um, probably in here.
Yeah.
Wait. No, we just call it from here.
Okay. That works too. I was thinking that we would just return the user from there, but yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Um, okay, so it's going to take the whole user, but then this will
Mm-hmm.
use just what we need.
Yep.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
see what we did.
Cross your fingers.
Don't need to.
They're already crossed.
Yep. They're always crossed.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
so don't know what happened. Let's see.
Did it make the? Well, yeah, that works too.
Okay, so result.user is a thing.
Okay.
Let's go in there. Okay. Let me look at the database real quick. Users. Okay,
You
so
could probably
there's.
clear all that stuff out.
Yeah, that's true. The question is, oh, okay. Okay, no user.
Mhm.
So we're gonna call get.
Did it even make the
And
call?
then it's gonna die.
Can
Oh,
you
we
look at
never
the network?
subscribed. Okay, so we have
Oh,
to.
it's like,
Wait,
well, that
authenticate.
doesn't return.
This has
Yeah,
to do
it's,
it.
yeah. Okay,
Okay. All right. Let's try that again.
sure.
Login. Okay. Go. Go. We got a 500 from the server. What did the server say? Cast object ID
Show.
failed for this thing. Oh, what? Why?
So that's the UID,
Yeah, but it's trying to cast it to an object ID?
apparently. Okay, let's go look at the controller.
Let me see.
It's like the 5th tab over.
Okay, create
So,
or
oh yeah,
get.
because user model find by ID.
Ah, okay.
That
Right.
should be what, find one, and then yeah.
Yeah, good call. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Okay,
Son of a
500.
again. Huh.
Oh, we have to
Oh, do
restart the
we?
server.
I thought we had nodemon working.
We did not for the server.
Oh
I
gosh,
think
we
we
should
still
work
have a
on that.
card for that.
Yep, add server watcher.
Okay, yep, there it is.
Sweet.
Okay. Is it started? I guess so. All right, ready?
Yep.
It's totally gonna work this time.
Yeah. Hope so.
Hey, we got a result. Nice. What is it?
Nice.
It's null. Good. That's what we expected.
Yeah.
So there's no user result. So now we're gonna call sign in or sign up
Yep.
with the
Just gonna.
user. Okay. And then
Yep.
it's gonna call create. And we created. We got a new user.
Look at that.
Nice. Beautiful.
And then we call post login.
There's no image URL or picture URL. I bet we spelled it wrong or something.
Yeah, probably.
User. Did we lose scope on user?
In line 69, are we passing in photo?
I think we lost scope on user. 69. Photo URL. I don't think it's
Okay,
photo
we did.
URL. I bet it's something else.
Okay.
Okay. So now we call post login. Boom. We are in. We're called code along blog.
Awesome.
Nice. Okay, so let's figure out what that oh, it's actually in here.
Yeah. Oh, it's capital
capital
URL.
URL.
Okay. So, do we have like an update function as well, or no? Is that not implemented?
That is not implemented.
Okay, so we should maybe tackle that. Whoa, gonna move my mouse. We should tackle that next.
Okay.
Maybe in like the next stream or something.
Sure. Right, let me globally replace photo URL. Real quick, I want to throw in showing the photo.
Sure.
Okay, so if we have a username, okay, instead of doing username, I'm just going to store the user.
Sure.
And then here,
Okay.
okay, and then
I think you want to do, well,
bracket source.
doesn't really matter where it goes, but I would always put it to the left.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Yeah. And I would add a class to it. Although actually we already have a class on ban. So you're going to do like a width and height of 48 pixels and then a border radius of like 32. So
okay.
then it's like a circle.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I bet you could even do 24.
24
pixels.
radius. So it's
Yep.
half. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let's blow up here. Cached user.id.
Okay. Huh. Cached user is probably null or undefined because we haven't initialized it.
Oh, is it just because we're in a?
Well, you get rid of the local storage stuff,
Uh-huh.
so we no longer have
Oh,
access to that.
okay. Right. So we have to look it up again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
so I think we could fix that later.
Okay. Let me add a card for it.
Sure.
All right. Ooh. Calm down. Okay.
Hmm?
Edit labels, client. Put that at the top.
All right.
Okay. So
Yeah, we probably. Oh, that's weird. I did not expect that. I wonder if do we have photo URL in the database? I bet we don't.
yeah, we did update it. You're right. But it should have shown the display name.
Yeah, it should have.
Okay, so we have a user display name.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah.
So what the hell?
Huh.
I wonder if it blew up here?
Oh, it no. Look at line 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then change line 9 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That was easy.
All right, and then also I'm going to go in the database and delete the user
Yeah.
so that we can get our photo URL here.
Yep.
Okay.
We should add a card for update too.
Okay. Hey,
Look at
nice.
that.
Then we can
It's
style
got
this,
some
obviously.
alignment issues, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so we need a card for update user
Yep.
on login. Okay. And that is technically server and client.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Nice. I honestly didn't think we'd be able to get this done in like the hour or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. It went
Firebase makes
in
it pretty easy, I
pretty.
guess.
Yeah. It's pretty easy.
Cool. All right. So I think that'll do it for tonight's stream.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll do this again next week, next Monday, the 6th.
Ideally.
Yep.
Next Monday at 7 p.m. Central. All right. Thanks for
All
joining
right.
us. Take it easy.
See you guys.
Bye.